Hampshire hold on for draw after Denley Sparks collapse. Kent piled up 555 as Bat continued to dominate ball on day 3 at the Ageas Bowl. Kuhn and Stevens contributed with scores after Joe Denley fell for 154 in the morning, while Fidel Edwards' 5-wicket haul was the bright spot for Hampshire. The hosts will resume on 119 for 2 in their second innings, still 27 behind, but with the draw looking nailed on as the final day begins. Hampshire made a solid start to the day, with Ian Holland moving to a watchful 50 off 160 balls. And the batsmen took their side into the lead without any dramas as the game continued to head towards a draw. Russo went to his own half-century with boundaries off Stewart and Milnes before the pair went on the attack as their partnership moved beyond 100, sharing 14 off Milnes' next over. Kent captain Joe Denley brought himself into the attack and his leg spin did the trick immediately as Russo top-edged a pull to Bell Drummond. And Holland followed Russo back to the pavilion in the next over as he feathered Rayner behind to Robinson to put Hampshire in a spot of bother. With just 1 run added to the score, Denley struck again as Berg tried to cut a ball that didn't bounce enough, and with Hampshire just 40 ahead, suddenly Kent was scenting victory. Hampshire held on to reach lunch without further loss on 196 for 5, but Kent will feel if they can get amongst the wickets again in the afternoon session, they can set up a chase in the evening with Hampshire just 50 ahead. The collapse continued as the afternoon session began, with Stevens getting in on the act as he had McManus caught by Dixon at slip. Donald and Barker dug in to frustrate Kent, taking time out of the game while advancing the score when they could by putting away the bad balls. The lead passed 100 as Donald drove Milnes effortlessly to the boundary. And 8 maidens in a row took the sides to the tea break, with Hampshire 265 for 6, with the overs running out for Kent to force a result. Donald loosened the shackles by sending Denley to the fence in the first over after tea. But just 2 balls later he was gone when he picked out Bell Drummond off a Milnes bouncer to leave Hampshire 7 down and 124 ahead. A couple of boundaries for new man Abbott pushed the lead on further, but Denley accounted for him LBW as Kent continued to press with the overs running out. But Stewart had his man in his next over, caught by Cox at leg gully. And the cat was amongst the pigeons 3 balls later when Edwards edged Stewart behind, Hampshire all out for 298 to give Kent a chase of 153 to win in 17 overs. But they didn't get going very fast, as just 2 came up off the first over from Kyle Abbott. They tried to accelerate, but lost Dixon in the process when he slogged Barker to organ at deep mid-off. Joe Denley belatedly got the run chase going in earnest when he clattered Barker for 6 as 11 came up off the 4th over. It felt like Denley was swinging at every delivery. With the field set back, boundaries were hard to come by, but 2s were plentiful. But Blake edged an attempted hook behind off Edwards, with Kent needing exactly 100 to win. And Bell Drummond played on off Abbott 5 balls later. With Kent's hopes of victory retreating, the captains decided enough was enough, and they shook hands on the draw. A thrilling end to the contest in which Bat dominated ball. Kent will take 12 points from the contest, while Hampshire take 11.